Greetings, family. It's good to have you back. We are still going on with our topic. On the last episode, we opened up on the payment made by Mr. Mawere and his agent to Alstom in terms of purchasing the equipment, and also everything, the full value, the first 50% they paid and the last 50% they paid, and also the money that Coca-Cola paid as well in full, which is something that we need to go through again. Why did Coca-Cola has to pay, or is it? And then also we dig deep into that question as to whether Coca-Cola lawfully and validly acquired the Zimbabwe scrap equipment purchased from Van Dan, Moulin and Alstom. So that's exactly what we want to go through today. We just want to give you some of the emerging facts in this issue. And also remember, we're driven with the initiative that is to provoke, to ignite, and to inspire towards the building of the Africa that I want. So I just want to take you through. We go together. I want to take you through on this document that we are reading at the moment. And it says, in terms of the email of 16 November 2006, or after the facts of 12 October 2006, the following facts emerged. So after the email, after everything was concluded, so these are the facts. All right, we start with point A. Schweppes Zimbabwe Limited requested Alstom to submit a quotation with the reference EX27439 for their supply of 11K indoor switchgear to Schweppes Zimbabwe Limited. So that is Schweppes Zimbabwe Limited. It required a quotation. They want to buy from Alstom. They required a quotation for the switchgear, 11K indoor switchgear. All right. And then on point B, these are the events. On point B, on 10th of March 2004, Alstom submitted the quotation. The quotation which was requested by Schweppes Zimbabwe Limited. Alstom replied with a quotation. Okay. Then on point C, on 13 April 2004, Alstom received an order from Schweppes Zimbabwe Limited for this equipment. The equipment that they requested a quotation for with a reference EX27439. Then they made an order. Schweppes Zimbabwe Limited made an order. I want you to get me right. Made an order for that equipment. Then on point D, on the 8th of July 2004, Alstom received 50% of the order amount in order to commence the processing order. So this is another development. After they gave a quotation to Schweppes Zimbabwe Limited, on 8th July, Schweppes Zimbabwe Limited, they paid 50% of the full amount needed. They paid is more like a deposit, 50% deposit, so that they can process the order. They can commence the processing of the order of that indoor 11K indoor switchgear. They paid. Schweppes Zimbabwe Limited paid 50%. Then point E. The pair was Mr. Mawere's subsidiary company within the African Resource Limited group of South African companies, Southern Asbestos Sales. So the person who paid for this is a company of Mr. Mawere. It's a subsidiary, one of his companies, which is Southern Asbestos Sales Private Limited, is the one which paid the 50%. Okay, so the 50% was paid. It's more of an upfront, like I can say. And then on point F, on 16 July, the balance of 164,717 rand and 50 cents was paid through the agents of SARS. Okay, you get it right. On 16 July, which means 164, 717 and 50 cents is the balance left. So they paid another 164, 717, 50%, and now on 16 July they paid the balance. On 8 July they paid 50%. On 16 July they paid the balance, which means they have paid everything. Okay, it's the full amount. So which means Schweppes Zimbabwe Limited doesn't owe Alstom anything. They paid. So once everything is paid, which means they have to deliver. Okay, they need to deliver. You have paid for something, it has to be delivered. So now we are waiting for delivery, and this is what happened. We go to point number 6. Coca-Cola South Africa, with the knowledge and involvement of Mr. Mawere and of Africa Resources Limited and its associate companies, paid 329,435 on 5 August for the full value order that had already been paid in full at the instigation of Mr. Mawere pursuant to the Schweppes Zimbabwe Limited upgrade recapitalization program. So here's a question. Remember, I gave you the development that Schweppes Zimbabwe Limited, they paid the full amount, but now we have got another issue. Coca-Cola South Africa then paid the other full amount of 329. Remember, they never requested anything. They never requested the quotation or made an order. Now they paid. So which means the money is being doubled. What's the reason of paying double? What's the reason of this? While this Schweppes Zimbabwe Limited is waiting for the delivery of that which they paid for, it has to be delivered. Now there comes another situation where Coca-Cola South Africa then, in the midst of all this, paid the full amount. For why? That we have to know. Then point 7, as a consequence of Coca-Cola South Africa's arbitrary and unilateral actions, Alstom was double paid. So that is what we are talking about. Alstom was double paid. Okay, so now who has the right to tag the equipment? Coca-Cola South Africa paid, though they never made an order of anything. This is what is being said. They never ordered anything. It was Schweppes Zimbabwe Limited which ordered and paid through its agents and its subsidiary companies. It paid the first 50% and finished the other. But now after this Schweppes Zimbabwe Limited has been done, is finished paying, Coca-Cola came and paid, and they double paid. So that's the question. Why did they have to do that? So the question that arises is whether the right, title and interest in the equipment was lawfully vested in Africa Resources Limited, or the payment by Coca-Cola South Africa on 5 August 2004 nullified the full payment by Africa Resources Limited, which was affected prior to the entry of Coca-Cola South Africa into the value chain. So this is what we are asking ourselves, okay? Who has the right for the equipment? So you're asking yourself, Schweppes Zimbabwe Limited paid the money, paid the full amount. But the question is, the money that was being paid by Coca-Cola South Africa, did it nullify the payment made by Schweppes Zimbabwe Limited? Did it nullify the full payment made by Africa Resources Limited? It gets into the value chain, right? It paid double money. Why did it do that? So then the money that they paid, does it mean that they now have the right to the equipment? Who has the right? The two entities, they paid. So now who has the right? That's what we have to know. So one confusing fact now, that's what we're asking ourselves, why did they have to, this Coca-Cola South Africa, why did they have to pay double? Actually, something they never ordered. Because I don't see any proof that they ordered something. It was Schweppes Zimbabwe Limited that ordered. Got the quotation, ordered everything, paid the 50% deposit, and later on finished. Once they are done finished, then Coca-Cola South Africa come and pay. So the question now is, since now it's public knowledge that it has been double paid, okay, so here's something to take note of. Coca-Cola South Africa refused, failed and neglected to recover its electoral payment to Alstom and Chi Control. So why did it have, it's a lot of money. Why did they have to refuse? They refused. They neglected it. Oh, this one is done. We don't know. Maybe they say it's done. We don't have anything to do with this kind of money and everything. So that's what we are asking ourselves. Why did they have to go and reclaim their money? Since they never ordered anything. But they refused to recover. It's a neglected money. They refused to. So that's the question. Why did they have to refuse? What is hidden in between? What's their agenda? I'm sure there is something to look forward to. Why did they have to refuse? They know it's been double paid, but now they refuse to pay or to recover the money that they paid. Why? Why is that? So that is something that we need to look at. Take note of that. Why did they know? But why did they refuse or neglected to recover its unilateral payment to Alstom? They know it's been double paid, but they refuse to recover it. Why? So that why part, why did they have to refuse? Unfortunately, we have to end here. We have to end here. It's been a pleasure. We'll meet again on the next episode as we go on to try to find validity and the legal process in this in Coca-Cola South Africa's overpayment. They overpaid. We want to see what's the legal side of the story. Is it valid? That we have to know on the next episode. And thank you for watching. Subscribe and like and share the message via Dange.